Well, I don't know about the weather guessers. I guess I never do. Last night, about the time I went to bed, in the cameras, this was really, really evenly covered in white. Not, like it was heavy, but it was evenly covered. It warmed up overnight. It was like 28 when I went to bed, 27, something like that. I expected it to be, if the weather guessers were somewhat right, maybe mid-20s this morning. No, 30 degrees on the money this morning. So, the grass is covered back up pretty good from what it was. Tractor windows are white all around again. And that thing has snow on all of it again. So it's not like the snow didn't come overnight. It's just that it didn't get cold like they were saying. Oh well, it is what it is. Still got the same chores to do. Still got to hand water because God knows what it's going to do. I thought by now we were supposed to be, like 22 degrees for a low and 26 for a high. And, well, that's what they've been saying. But, we might get down to 10 degrees. So, God only knows. We know what we get when we get it. Oh, yeah. I got to feed big bales today, too. Hopefully the John Deere starts because I don't feel like having to switch and put the spear on the skid steer. Especially since I'm not sure I can get to it without moving a bunch of stuff. But anyway, my routine. Gonna start feeding over here. Get these girls happy and the dogs happy and make everybody else happy this morning. And wait till after I feed to do any watering. Because the cows will come right back out of the barn as soon as they're done eating grain. And they will go right directly to the water. And may as well have it running when they get there. Last of the watering I gotta do. There's a yellow hose hanging over there. Or if it's just a 10-footer, there might be two 10-footers hooked together. It's got a 3/4 inch pipe T screwed on the end of it. So it's weighted so it'll set in here and you can walk away. But these were about a third full. I'm lazy. I didn't want to take everything off there to get to that one. And this hose was right there. I was shooting it into that one until I had to go out and check the cow's trough. So I put it in this one, let it run while I was out there. Just turned it down so it wasn't going to flood out while I was gone. And once it got high enough, this little girl got curious. And so did the one behind her. And they came up and started drinking. And she just came up to start drinking. There's 713 in the middle. Turning her head away. I'm pretty sure she's the one that was outside and wouldn't walk in the snow to come in the other morning. Silly. But anyway, this little girl, she's been right up here pretty close. Yeah. So, there, I'm almost done. Finished topping these off. And still got to feed big bales, so they go try to do that. Get it done while it's not doing anything outside. Maybe, right? Bad thing is the cows actually have enough to make it through tonight. But the 2-year-olds don't. So, screw it. Feed them all. Be done with it. Now we can have it quiet for a little bit. And yeah, I know it's kind of mucky. Clean water, but muck in the bottom. It's boiling up over there. It'll settle back down. Actually, all 3 of these troughs here need to get cleaned out, but yeah, I was going to have number 1 do that while I was cleaning the barn, but she wasn't here, so, and I really don't feel like doing it when it's nasty out. Well, when it's cold out. I don't need to pump all this water out and have it freeze up where I got to walk. So, And Rainey is just sure that there's something in that hay that's in the feeder. Yeah, reasonably sure she's right. I'm not sure why she hasn't just gotten in there and gone after it. One thing, when Dad built this was built in 1970, and that's 5/8, maybe 3/4 plywood sheeting above the feeder all the way down. Well, it's great. It's all rough cut all rough cut 2x6 behind it. So, there's about 2 1/4 inches of gap in there, and God knows critters get in, and I hate to guess how full that wall is of stuff. And at the poles, there's little corners that aren't filled in, and that's where they sneak in from. So I know they're in there. I just wish the dogs could get them, right? Figured I'd get you the view from here. Kind of light on that side hill over there. Kind of light up through the middle of the hayfield. Kind of light clear through here. Whole driveway looks kind of like that. 32 degrees, it's misting. Becky just told me we're supposed to be high in the mid-30s today. And that's just the prep for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're supposed to be in the mid-20s or lower. And then start snowing late by the sounds of it. So probably won't be a whole lot of this snow left come tomorrow morning. Oh well. I'd love to show you this cold start, but being the smart guy I was, when we put the ether injector on, that button's on the other side, so it takes both hands, and it only works while the key is to the start position, as in to turn over the engine. And my mouth ain't big enough to hold this phone to show you anything, especially when my mouth would be in this position. That's all you'd see. So anyway, I'm gonna fire this little girl up. Becky says she's going to come cut twine for me, so I don't have to worry about letting those 2-year-olds get in my way. Oh, and hey, here we go. See if I can do this. There's Jackson right in the middle of the screen. Now, I'm not real sure why the phone is showing it. Not quite. It's actually a little brighter than what the phone's showing. I mean, don't miss out. The fog is there. It's actually drizzle. You can just barely see him, but you can feel him. So anyway, I'll bring you back for something. Yeah, by the way, that cold start didn't work. It just wasn't turning over very good. Now, what can I say? Those batteries have been in there for a while. And, they get run short runs at a time. Try to run her to get it charged up good. That's why I don't like to feed only one bale at a time. Run it long enough to get it charged. And it's been sitting here for a few days, cold. So, got the umbilical cord hooked up. It's been hooked up for about a minute or so. I'll give her a little try again. And hey Nelson, look, did you see? I got the service truck out. She fired up, she spun a little. She always spins a little because fuel pressure backs off a little. It spun probably twice as much as normal and fired right up. Kind of like that DT466 does. Kind of like the one that's in the combine. They don't mind starting when it's cold. We've had them start good down into the teens without any issues, without being plugged in. Funny how they spin over nicely and fire right up with enough juice. So, she's running. Exciter, so she'll start charging, and unhook the umbilical cord. Let's see what I got to help me. So, tonight, 32 years ago, was our first date. That restaurant's no longer there, which really sucks, because it was one of the best ones around. But they closed down quite a few years ago. So, yep, 32 years with her. She's still here, I'm still here. I'm trying to hold still. There's 2 or 3 deer walking across out there. Hopefully you can see them. I can see them on the screen. We were feeding big bales and they were in a 3-corner piece. Becky had to make sure I knew they were there. First I've seen them out since it started snowing. Really haven't seen anything out there. I was hoping to see some coyotes. Yeah, looking bare-eyed. I can see right over the top of that bin. You can't see them unless I zoom in. There's at least 2 right there together. And yeah, it's disappearing. Getting really thin out there. Well, there's still a shithole in here, but I got to where I can get those sawhorses out of there now. Got stuff out of the way. Garbage can's about full. Got 1 drill press uncovered because I kind of needed it. Put them 2 wrenches up there. The one on the right has an international logo on it. Kind of surprised me, but hey, you never know. And the one to the left, a cheaper version. It's cracked where it slides, but you know, not like we're going to use them. They can hang up there, decorations. And yeah, stapler in that box. I don't know where it came from, but I made it so it'll stay in the box. Got a bunch of nails there to fit a Hitachi rod nailer, and yeah, well, that took a dump on me a few years ago, so it ain't around anymore. Leaves me an empty box for that stapler that I don't know where it come from. And that's kind of it. Thing over there is still making its funny noise, but hey, it's burning and it's keeping it warmer in here. And I kind of got a kick out of it. I glanced up, looked outside a little bit ago, and it was snowing. So Becky texted me, said it's snowing. I text her back, I know, or I see, and I look right back out, and it's not snowing. But it is what it is. It gets cold like they say, and it comes in like they say. We're going to have snow that probably won't be going too far. Oh, anyway, that's my day. Hope you all have had a good one. I think I already turned this down, but I don't remember. If I did, it was a while ago. Yeah, down low enough. In 50 and 55. Gotta let the lights come on in the morning. So, I'm going to go top off water and let the cows in the barn. Hell, I still got to feed some bales to those heifer calves. But yeah, I'll get in before it gets too dark.